Why Teresa Giudice believes Joe and Melissa Gorga are responsible for her serving time in prison. Part 1 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey aired Tuesday night, marking the first time Teresa Giudice and Melissa Gorga came face-to-face after Melissa and Joe Gorga skipped out on Teresa's wedding to Louis Roulas. The feuding family wasted no time, immediately throwing insults and attempting to hash out their issues, with host Andy Cohen serving as the middleman. An allegation that Teresa made towards her brother and sister-in-law really shocked viewers, and their fellow co-stars Teresa claimed that it was Melissa and Joe who were responsible for putting her behind bars after she and his ex-husband, Joe Giudice, were convicted on fraud charges in 2015. Joe and Teresa both pleaded guilty to multiple charges of fraud in 2014 and were given consecutive sentences, with the mother of 4, who was sentenced to 15 months in federal prison, serving her time first. She entered prison in January 2015, but was released early in December that same year. Joe, meanwhile, was released from prison in March 2019 after completing his 41-month prison sentence at the Federal Correctional Institution in Fort Dix, before being released to ICE custody and being returned to his homeland of Italy. After explaining that her ex-husband's ex-partner didn't go to jail during all their financial crime drama because he outed Teresa as being involved, Teresa claimed that Joe and Melissa were hanging out with this man around this time. Melissa maintained that she didn't know the man and equated the allegation to a similar theory thrown around the Bravoverse in the years since Teresa's release. "This is like Caroline Manzo put you in jail," Melissa says of Teresa's longtime friend turned enemy. "I take that back." Teresa takes aim. "I think you did." Elsewhere in the episode, Teresa brings up Melissa's podcast, on which she and Joe claimed to put food on the table for the girls while Teresa was in prison. Although not a literal statement, Melissa explained that she and her family filmed a special episode of the show. Teresa checks in, so everyone could get paid. Still, Teresa said she didn't feel supported by her brother during that time and claimed he only visited her once in prison. While Melissa said it was because Teresa refused to put him on her visitors list, Teresa was adamant that it was because the cameras weren't rolling to capture him being there for his sister. "He wasn't on the list until it was going to benefit you for Teresa checks in," Melissa says. Teresa says she's lying, and she's done with Melissa's lies, and will never cover for her again, to which Melissa fires back, claiming that she's the one who's covered for Teresa. As the episode continues, it becomes clear that the pair's relationship is over, if not only on the show, but in their real lives as well. "I'm never gonna look at your face again," Teresa tells Melissa, who does a toddler-style bye-bye back to her.